The dinar is the currency of Bahrain. It is divided into 1,000 fils. The Bahraini dinar or Latin BD. It is usually represented with three decimal places denoting the fils. Hello friends, welcome to the channel. Like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to press the bell icon. The Bahraini dinar was introduced in 1965, replacing the Gulf rupee at a rate of 10 rupee equals 1 dinar. It was initially equivalent to 3/4 of the pound sterling, 15 shillings. When sterling was devalued in 1967, the dinar was repegged to 17s 6d sterling, 7/8 of a pound. Bahraini's coins and notes were introduced at that time. Initially, Abu Dhabi adopted the Bahraini dinar but changed to the Bahrain dirham in 1973, with 1 dirham equals 100 fils, that is equals 0.100 dinar. In 1965, coins were introduced in denominations of 1, 5, 10, 25, 50 and 100 fils. The 1, 5 and 10 fils were struck in bronze, with the others in copper nickel. The 1 fils coin was not produced after 1966 and no longer circulated. A bimetallic 100 fils coins was introduced in October 1992. In 1992, brass replaced bronze in the 5 and 10 fils. A bimetallic 500 fils coins was released in 2000 with the pearl monument on the obverse. It was minted only until 2002 but continued to circulate. In response to the uprising in Bahrain, which resulted in the demolitions of the monument on 18th March 2011, the 500 fils coins started to gradually disappear from circulation as it was no longer released back into circulation after reaching banks. The coins remain legal tender. On 16th October 1965, the Bahrain Currency Board introduced notes in denominations of 1/4, half, 1, 5 and 10 dinars. 100 fils notes were introduced on 2nd September 1967. In 1973, the Bahrain Monetary Agency took over the issuance of paper money, and starting in July 1978 with a 20 dinar note, it introduced a new family of notes dated 1973 in Arabic. Denominations of half, 1, 5, and 10 dinars were released on 16 December 1979. The 100 fils note of Bahrain Currency Board was withdrawn in November 1980, and the remainder of the notes were withdrawn on 31st March 1996, remaining exchangeable until 1 year afterwards. The third issue of note, the second by the Bahrain Monetary Agency, with the same denominations of half to 20 dinars, was released in March 1993. This series was upgraded during 1998 with various modifications to color and security features. However, a fake order for banknotes had recently been placed with the Argentinian printer Kikoni Calcografica, who did not verify it with the legitimate authorities in Bahrain and obtained genuine banknote paper from Arjo Wiggins to print over 7 million unauthorized replicas of the 20 dinar notes of the 1993 design, equivalent to 365 millions. These differed from genuine notes in two respects: different background shading to the Arabic name of the Bahrain Monetary Agency, and a large gap between the two Arabic letters in the horizontal series number. These unauthorized notes were smuggled through various African and European countries by air and presented for exchange in Belgium, Switzerland, and the Gulf around June 1998, just as the upgraded 20 dinar notes was being released in Bahrain. The large amount raised suspicions and were soon detected as notes that has not been printed by the authorized printer De La Rue. The Bahrain Monetary Agency allowed individuals who had mistakenly accepted the unauthorized notes to exchange them for face value at banks between 8 to 14 June 1998, then quickly recalled all 20 dinar notes on 30 July 1998. The unauthorized notes, being replicas of the 1993 design, were in purple and without a hologram. Despite this, the upgraded June 1998 notes, also in purple but with a hologram, were also withdrawn. On 1st August 1998, a new 20 dinar note of the same design as the upgraded note with a hologram but in peach color was released. Thus, the genuine June 1998 design was only in circulation for about 7 weeks and is therefore rarely seen by collectors. All other banknotes of the Bahrain Monetary Agency remain exchangeable. On 7th September 2006, the Bahrain Monetary Agency was renamed the Central Bank of Bahrain. On 17th March 2008, the Central Bank of Bahrain introduced its first series of notes, Bahrain's fourth series, reflecting the country's heritage as well as its modern development. On 4th September 2016, the Central Bank of Bahrain introduced upgraded versions of the 10 and 20 dinar notes with enhanced security feature, spark and motion thread and a tactile lines added at center right front for the visually impaired. Before 1965, Bahrain used the Persian Gulf rupee as its currency. Bahraini dinars began circulation in 1965 and replaced the Persian Gulf rupee at a conversion rate of 1 dinar to 10 rupees. Until 1973, the Bahrain Currency Board issued banknotes. After 1973, this responsibility fell under the control of the Bahrain Monetary Agency. Throughout the 1980s and 90s, the country of Bahrain was becoming more economically stable after having implemented changes at a developmental level. By 2008, the Central Bank of Bahrain launched a new group of banknotes, which were technically its fourth official series of notes. This new issue honored both the bright future of Bahrain and reflected upon its past heritage. In 2020, Bahrain will need to rely on financial support in 2001 and its GDP is predicted to grow by 3.3% in the year, with expectations to remain at the same level in the medium term. Bahrain is a kingdom and has been ruled by same family since the 18th century. It achieved independence from Britain in 1971 and become an official monarchy in 2002. As with many countries in the region, Bahrain's economy is primarily supported by oil, with 85% of the government budget coming from oil revenues. As much, Bahrain's economy is extremely sensitive to shifts in oil prices. Bahrain is also a strong financial center with many banks and financial institutions. In 2020, Bahrain's largest exports were refined petroleum, raw aluminium, aluminium wire, iron ore, and asphalt. Its biggest export partners were the United Arab Emirates (UAE), Saudi Arabia, Malaysia, United States, and Kuwait. Bahrain, officially the Kingdom of Bahrain, is an island country in West Asia. Bahrain is situated between Qatar and the northeastern coast of Saudi Arabia, to which it is connected by the King Fahd Causeway. Bahrain spans some 760 square kilometers, 290 square mi, and is the third smallest nation in Asia after the Maldives and Singapore. The capital and the largest city is Manama. Bahrain developed one of the first post oil economies in the Persian Gulf, the result of decades of investing in the banking and tourism sectors. Many of the world's largest financial institutions have a presence in the country's capital. It is recognized by the World Bank as the high income economy. Bahrain is the member of the United Nations Non-Aligned Movement, Arab Leagues, Organization of Islamic Cooperation and the Gulf Cooperation Council. Bahrain is a dialogue partner of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. During the classical era, Bahrain was referred to by the ancient Greeks as Tylos, the center of pearl trading, when the Greek admiral Nearchus, serving under Alexander, the great lander on Bahrain. Nearchus is believed to have been the first of Alexander's commanders to visit the island, and he found a verdant land that was a part of a wide trading network. He recorded that on the island of Tylos, situated in the Persian Gulf, are large plantations of cotton trees from which are manufactured clothes called sindons of strongly different degrees of values, some being costly, others less expensive. The use of these is not confined to India but extends to Arabia. The Greek historian Theophrastus states that much of Bahrain was covered by these cotton trees, and that Bahrain was famous for exporting walking canes engraved with emblems that were customarily carried in Babylon. Alexander had planned to settle Greek colonists in Bahrain, and although it is not clear that this happened on the scale he envisaged, Bahrain became very much part of the Hellenized world. The language of the upper classes was Greek. Although Aramaic was in everyday use, local coinage shows a seated Zeus who may have been worshipped there as syncretized form of the Arabian sun god Shams. Tylos was also the site of Greek athletic contests.